First Impression and Primacy Effect by Francesca, Ben, and Nicole. So let's start off with the primacy effect. What is it?
The primacy effect is the tendency for an individual to be most influenced by the things that happen first in a sequence of events. So for example, when writing a grocery list, the things that we list in the beginning are most likely to be remembered. This is because we have a greater amount of time to recall these events and commit them to our memory, which in turn becomes part of our long-term memory.
Alright, so we understand what primacy effect is, but what is first impression?
First impressions are influenced by the primacy effect and explain why they are so important. It typically takes about 7 seconds to make a first impression with somebody you just met. Because our first impression shapes how someone we perceive them, and therefore influence our subsequent experiences and interactions, this can work to our advantage or disadvantage. It is often hard to change the first impression with someone you just met.
For example,
in a social experiment that showed the impact of the primacy effect, 2 identical twins went on a job interview. The only difference was how the interviewees responded to the question, "How would you describe yourself?" The twin that listed her positive attributes first was hired 80% of the time. This is because the information that is received first in our brain has an impact on the information we receive later.
here's a bad example of first impression.
Well, I'm late! Wow, look at the time!
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too! I gotta take a call. Hello? Yeah? Sorry, that was my dog.
As one can see, this is not the greatest first impression. It would be reasonable for us to think that one of the communicators is rude, disengaged, and unreliable. On the other note, here's a good example of first impression.
Hi, my name is Nicole. Nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing? What wonderful weather we're having today.
Yes, indeed.
Based on the first impression, it is likely that we can assume that one of the communicators is responsible, kind, and dependable. First impressions are extremely influential in shaping our relationship with others. Therefore, we should do our best to make it a positive one. Thank you all for watching.